I think my main priority as a new MP at the moment is really to do the best possible job that I can for the people who have elected me. If things matter to my constituents, it matters to me. I want to be a strong voice for my constituents in Parliament. So I think one of the first things really is to make sure that you're properly set up in terms of your office so that you can be a really good, effective Member of Parliament. Well, I think it was always a little bit of a marriage of convenience, to be honest, and I know that there are a lot of Liberal Democrat supporters in my constituency who feel that they've been sold down the river a little bit in terms of, yeah, perhaps they wanted change, but they certainly didn't want the Tories in government. So, you know, I would expect there to be some difficulties over, you know, the coming months and years. In some respects, for the sake of the country, I hope that it works, because clearly it's a very difficult time for the country, you know, with the economy where it is, and so we really need a good government, but I'm just not convinced. And some of the first things that they've chosen to do are actually, you know, not the greatest really. They're proposing to give anonymity to rape defendants, for example, and I wholly disagree with that, and so they've found some really strange priorities to be focusing on. I do think that there are a lot of people in the country who feel that they don't have much say over who forms the next government and would like more power over who they elect in their own constituencies and in the country as a whole. I have to say I don't think it's the number one issue for a lot of people, and probably for the vast majority of people, but personally, on balance, I would support a move to the alternative vote system. And then I think we'd have to look very carefully at what other voting system options there are. I think it's important to retain the constituency link so that people are very clear about who their MP is, that they can go to that person and say, I'm happy about this, I want to see this changed. And so I think it's very important to have that link, but I do think that more people feel as if they would like to influence you know, who their MP is, who their government is. And actually for that reason I think we do have to change the voting system. Well, I try and just be quite a rounded individual, to be honest. You know, I like going out on my bike into the countryside for a couple of hours on a Sunday morning, trying to keep fit. I think the problem with this job is that, you know, you can often be sat at a desk a lot, sat in the House of Commons, and so getting some exercise, enjoying the fresh air is really important. I'm also teaching myself how to play the piano at the moment, and so I'm not too popular with my neighbours, yeah, and especially when I'm doing it that late at night. But
what type of piano?
Well, my partner's a very good pianist, and so I'm just trying to catch up with him a little bit and teach myself to, you know, do something new, something different. We've got Prime Minister's questions afterwards. That starts at 3 o'clock today, so it's going to be the first Prime Minister's questions of this new Parliament. And so I want to get in there. There's always a bit of a fight for seats, to be honest, because there aren't enough seats in the House of Commons chamber for all the members of Parliament. So if you want to be there, you need to get there early so that you get a good spot and you can take part in the debate. So that's where I'm off to afterwards.